this morning. I represent Florida's 26th district. It is, as I say, ground zero for the effects of climate change, and water is a daily topic for us. As you can imagine, we have had serious issues threatening the water infrastructure in my community, dealing with, flooding. The water continues. We have septic tanks, about 90,000 septic tanks in Miami-Dade County. This was done because it was less costly at the time, so a lot of overdevelopment without really providing the appropriate municipal infrastructure that is needed. You have all seen the algae blooms that we have been suffering from in both of our coasts. There's also such a divide in Miami-Dade County. We have some of the highest number of millionaires that live along the coastal communities, but then the average income for people living in most of the county is about $44,000. So you can imagine how costly it is for our communities to actually invest in the appropriate infrastructure. So programs like the Clean Water SRF are crucial, and we have used the SRF program to obtain low-interest loans to move residents from septic to sewer, constructing treatment systems to improve the water quality of the nearshore waters, and protecting the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary. So I'd like to start with Ms. Flowers, something that you said a little bit earlier. You mentioned that you saw some creative solutions to the septic tank issues in South Florida. If you could please elaborate on that.
Actually, I didn't see creative solutions. I was at the University of Florida recently, and they were talking about the problems they're having with wastewater treatment there, using septic systems. And they said the problem is because of the sea level rise, and the water tables are rising, and as a result, the technology is failing, and it's leaching into the groundwater and ends up in the rivers and so forth, which creates the algae bloom and sometimes fish kills. So what I'm hoping would come of this, if I had a magic wand, I would try to partner with some of the agencies that are already dealing with innovative technology, like NASA, for an example. I'm trying to get to NASA because they treat wastewater in outer space. And people think I'm crazy when I say this, but I believe that we could partner with them and come up with a way to treat wastewater in an innovative way that is affordable, that you can go to a Lowe's or Home Depot and buy it, like we do with an HVAC system, and hire a technician to go and install it. But we have to start thinking out of the box. The way we're thinking is for technology or for a time that was when I was a child. Now, at the age of 60, I never could have imagined. I remember when we had party lines. Now we have cell phones. Some people don't even know what I'm talking about. But anyway, now we have cell phones, and we can't even imagine what it was like to live without them. I think we can do the same thing with wastewater, but I think we have to get to the point where we can start thinking out of the box, and I think that we have such ingenuity in this country that if we can galvanize it and through possibly a public-private partnership and come up with the kinds of solutions that will help people in Miami,